Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? It's Rusty from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here that nobody dare say. Right, let's get straight down to business, shall we? No messing about. Somebody's asked me tonight if I'll have Terry Marsh on the channel, yeah? Well, this is how I look at it, right? Yeah, I would. Now, I know other YouTube channels that have been asked if they want him on, and they've gone, no, because they're all scared of getting sued by Bricktop, aren't they? Well, I'm not, because I know what I'd say, and there'd be proper questions, and anything that were libelous, we'd have checked. We're not stupid. So, Terry Marsh, you're welcome on Porky's Corner anytime to say your bit. But shame on those other YouTubers that are too scared to have him on. Shame on you. That's how I look at it. So it is what it is, isn't it? Let's have a look. I'm always messing with stuff, aren't I? Probably because I don't know what I'm doing. Right, let's get straight down to business before I say this. Right. Lauren Price against Natasha Jonas. Could be in doubt that I'm hearing if there's no drug testing. So we need to keep the sport clean. So I'm sure all those people out there that like to troll me on the fake accounts when I mention that fight and drug testing. How is there a problem? How can there be a problem with that? How? Joe Gallagher wants to keep the sport clean. Now, on that show, we've got Caroline DeBar fighting Natasha Jonas, Caris Artingstall. I think that's the girlfriend, is it, of Lauren Price? And you've got Cindy and Gamba all fighting. She's fighting Kirsty Bevington, Caris Artingstall, Raven Chapman, Lauren Price, Natasha Jonas, Caroline Dubois, Mo Mi Ri Shin, whatever. 4 women fights on that show on Sky on March the 7th. Now, I think everybody should be tested on that show. They want to put women on Sky Sports and have the whole show about women fighters. They all should be tested. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Why are people losing their minds because I'm saying I agree with Joe G on this? Should be tested. It's as simple as that. Because we want the sport to be clean. We don't want it to be like Povetkin, do we? Who's just had all them wins of his classed as no contests. Do you know what I mean? So as David Price, Hughie Fury, who else has he beat? He beat other Brits, hasn't he? David Price, Hughie Fury, Dylan White. Are they all going to sue? I don't know. You say David Price has got a case, wouldn't you? I don't know. Like, damaging to people's career, isn't it? When they're juiced out of the mind. So I'd say he's going to sue. He's going to hand all his purse money back. I mean, he's a multi-millionaire, Povetkin. I doubt it very much. I doubt it. But hey ho. But like I just said there, I'm calling for drug testing for all that show, not just Natasha Jonas, Lauren Price, all the lot of them. We want to see them with the Instagram saying, look, just been tested, keeping the sport clean. Every time Bellew were tested, he used to do an Instagram or a Twitter video, didn't he, or a picture. And he was a clean athlete. So why not? So let's have drug testing for that. And yes, to the gentleman who emailed me, yes, I would have Terry Marsh on my channel. I am not a bottler. I'm not a butler, and I'm definitely not a bottler. I won't bottle out. So Terry Marsh, you're welcome on Porky's Corner to tell your story. Okay? Right. What else has been happening in the sport of boxing? What else? Conor Benn, has he got his license from the board yet to fight in April? No, he'll get another one, won't he? If the board gave him a license, it'd be like, they just look stupid, wouldn't they, if they gave him one? That's how I look at it. So, hey ho. Hey ho. Johnny Horsecock. I'm just seeing an interview Johnny Horsecock did, but 3 minutes 15 seconds into interview that Andy sent me called Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hills, but you forgot to say Eddie Hills, Hills in the blue corner from Billericay. Eddie Hills, Hills, 6-0, 4 by way of, but no footage. No footage. Dad's had a production company 45 years. We're talking about a fight here, but year 2000, wasn't it? 1999, when Eddie were ripping through the super heavyweights at amateur. No footage. You know, Kevin Rooney Jr. told the matchmaker I know that every sparring session that Mike Tyson had after he won the Junior Olympics in Colorado in 82, every sparring session was filmed from 82 onwards. Yeah, because they knew he was a special kid. He went to 84 Olympics, didn't he, as an intern? Is that like a reserve? He didn't get to fight, obviously, but so there's no footage of him and Big Joe Egan. Big Joe Egan, God, what's happening here? Michael Theo, somebody who I know very, very well, put something out on his Instagram, and he says, and I quote, he'll fight Joe Egan, and he's put mock picture of Joe with a chicken outfit on. Well, didn't you say in a video, Mickey, a couple of weeks ago that you had words with Joe on phone and he were all right, and Joe said, let's just have a move around, I'm not in shape and all that, and get a few quid. But now you're calling him out. I mean, what is that? You know, once you've said something, you can't take it back. Do you know what I mean? So we'll buy into that fight when it's just 260-odd-year-old men trying to pinch a few quid. That's all it is, isn't it? Mick would bladder him and put him on button moon anyway. I mean, Egan can't even get his coat on, can he? He can't even turn steering wheel in the car. He's all messed up, isn't he? You know, and he's in eating competitions now, and he on some daft channel around here. Wow. These people lose their minds, don't they? Well, let me just say this. Saudi are not going to be interested in that fight. Not at all. And the funny thing about it is, I do know somebody that's involved in Misfits, and they're like, So I don't really know what it's all about. It can only be because they want to be known as big fighting men, but it's been 5 years nearly on it now since Mick accepted John Fury's offer to fight any man over 50. And that fight collapsed. We all know that I'll run up and down the country putting billboards up and doing my best to get that fight going. It didn't happen. But Mick hadn't really fought anybody, has he? In that 5 year period, there's no it's happened. There's a lot of talk and a lot of interviews, but no fighting. I don't know. Are we going to have to go through all this again with him and Big Chicken Man Joe? what is that? What's going on here? Is it sponsored knackers just for the sake of it? I don't get it, mate. Really, to be honest, I don't get it. I really, really, really don't get it, honestly. But I don't, honestly. Honestly, it's Swarovski crystals. Nice, that, isn't it? So are they going to fight? No. Are they going to talk about it? Yeah, they're going to talk about it and try and get the names out there. That's what it's all about, isn't it? I've seen a lot of talking. I'm not seeing any fighting. I don't know. Like I said, has anybody seen the state of Big Joe Egan? Can't even walk to the car without whizzing. So what would he be able to do? But he has been a pro boxer. I mean, we were talking 30 odd years ago. What were he, 3-1, a journeyman, and that were it. You know, and people just wanted to talk shit for the sake of it. Big shout out to Fight Zone. Dennis, I hope you're well, Dennis. You tosser. Hey, Big Max, how are you doing? Don't ring me till you're a bridge away. Told you. Stop sending me rubbish. Now, we'll get Max on tomorrow, Saturday. We'll get him on. But it is what it is. Bit embarrassing, really. But Mick's got to be taking Mickey out joke there with that, because Mick don't really want to fight anybody. If he did, he'd have done it by now, wouldn't he? I don't want Mick to go down that path like Big John Fury, you know, just talking about it and Big Joe Egan. I've just seen it, people coming up to him in the street, he's saying on this program, and people are coming up to me in the street and they're talking about John Fury and how he swerved me. Oh my God. John Fury would write you off, Joe. Write you off. But it is what it is. Somebody's asked me what films I like. Well, the last film I watched was a film called Enyad. I watched it last night. And it's about a swimmer who swims from Cuba, not Cuba, is it? She swims 110 miles to Florida from somewhere else, Florida, from Key West or something. I don't know. It's 103 miles, but she ends up swimming 110 miles. This woman, aged 64, and nobody's ever done that with no help. And it took her 52 hours, just over 52 hours. I watched that, and Annette Benings plays the main role, and Jodie Foster, Rhys Evans is in it. It's quite an inspiring film. And obviously, I'm into swimming at the moment in a big way. So yeah, Rhys Evans played Mr. Nice, didn't he? Howard Marks. So, okie dokie. I think that's about it, really. That's about it. All these big fighting men that don't fight and talk about it. We're all up to here with it, aren't we? Just get your coats off and get at it. It ain't about dough, is it? Hey, oh, I want to be paid. Do you know what I mean? Everybody wants to be paid, don't they? Men who are 60 and want to be in news and that. Look, get your coats off and get at it. Never mind all this fake beef and phone calls behind the scenes, and just we'll go a couple of rounds and pinch a chunk of money. It's all a load of old pony. It's all a load of old pony. But they know the prices. If they want any billboards, come and see me. All right. And I'll accommodate you. All right. And I'll have a good laugh. So that's about it, really. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. That's that done now. I had to put these shakes to get on solids. I'll be on Farley's Rooks this time next year. All right. Tomorrow's Saturday. I've got Andy coming on. That'll be Monday, Andy. James, I think, is coming on tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll have Peter De Freitas on tomorrow, Saturday. Ryan, hopefully I'll get them free on tomorrow. And we'll do 3 2-parters tomorrow and whack them all out, eh? So Peter De Freitas, Ryan, all 1-parters, and James. All right. And that's about it, really. So I better get ready and off out. So thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. That's about it. Peace out.